So how do you deal with that if you ever have a coach that, let's be honest, maybe doesn't fully buy in? Is it something where you'll sit down with the coach and try to figure out what their needs are and then try to accommodate them, and then hopefully it develops over time? Or
Yeah, that changes your job a lot. If you have a coach that believes in you or does not believe in you or supports you and does not. I mean, that's probably the number one thing that can affect our job as a college strength coach.
yeah,
If you have to fight the head coach all the time, that's a major issue. My thing's always been on the interview, be 100% honest. If a coach starts talking about all I care about is having the most 350-pound bench presses possible, I think that's the way to win games, and you sit there and nod and agree with it, then that's on you. You're going to have to train like that. So if on the interview he says that and you present a different option of what you believe in and you still get the job, then a lot of it has been taken care of. So I think being upfront and honest from the beginning is critical. I think that to have a sport coach buy into a couple of things, you have to be organized. So when you're meeting with them right from the beginning, there has to be a plan. It can't just be, oh, well, figure this out, or I kind of like that. No, have a structured plan, a system that you can present and show to them, explain why you're doing it. Now, I'm not saying don't listen to anything he's got to say. Obviously, almost like with the kids, explain how what you're doing does accomplish the same thing he's asking for, or show where, okay, yes, we can add a little bit more of this to give you what you want. But I think being honest and upfront from the beginning, I think the way you carry yourself with confidence, I think if they watch you in a session, almost regardless of what you're doing, the way the session operates, if you have a coach who likes for the kids to be having fun and it looks like the kids are having fun, okay. If you have a coach who wants there to be dead silence and that's how it is, so even all discussing those things ahead of time, you have to kind of get the vibe for what he wants. If they're engaged and giving great effort, which is kind of what they will with us, we'll have some fun, but we're going to have things that the kids believe are going to help them. So they're going to be engaged and want to be coached and be listening. So the coaches can see that. If you come watch one of our speed sessions, even though there's those extended rest periods or a lot of guys aren't necessarily running at the same time, they can see kids come up to me and ask for coaching cues. And they can see that when he went, he gave maximum effort. They can see that. So I think that when they watch a session, it's got to be organized. It's got to be, it looks productive. It looks well done. And then you just kind of go from there. And then once the kids are buying in and they're believing it and they're running around the building talking about how good they feel or how much, whatever faster they are, then the coaches aren't going to argue with you. They'll kind of go with that. But at the end of the day, you have to win games. So if we're losing games, they look for people to blame. And a lot of times the strength coaches is going to be the easiest one to point at. So that's just a fact of it. The strength coaches sometimes argue about they don't like being judged by wins and losses. And I don't know if we should or not, but we are. It is a fact.
it's a business.
It's a business. The wins and losses are part of it. When we're winning, they think we're all great. Everybody over it. Strength coaches, the OC's great. As soon as we're losing, we're not. So you have to do everything you can to help the team win games. If that means going and buying peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, if it means talking to your linebacker that is living bad off the street, whatever it is, if you want to continue to have autonomy in your program, you better do everything you can to help win games.